What's your thoughts on the video released by Israel showing Hamas weapons in Kamal Adwan Hospital? And Ed Ladawi said Kamal Adwan Hospital, put extra head there. Kamal Adwan Hospital burned to the ground. Its director, Dr. Hussam Abu Safiya, was taken to the SDE Thayman, a rape and torture death camp where they raped a man on video and tortured Dr. El Bush to death. Both of these questions, I'll toggle between them, are premised on Kamal Adwan Hospital having weapons in them and being a site of terrorism. Here's the problem. Why do we continue to believe Israel? Why do we continue to believe Israeli intelligence? Why, let me make a banner for this shit. Reports have come out that Kamal Adwan Hospital has been a site of terrorism, that weapons have been found. We got two questions that have come in that deal with this. One is from Ed Ladawi, who said Kamal Adwan Hospital burned to the ground. Its director, Dr. Hussam Abu Safiya, was taken to SDE Thayman, a rape and torture death camp where they raped a man on video and tortured Dr. El Bush to death. And of course, Stacey said, what are your thoughts on the video released by Israel showing Hamas weapons in Kamal Adwan Hospital? Here's the problem. One, the Israeli government and the Israeli military lies relentlessly. They for decades, if not a century, they have released video footage or radio statements before then. They have issued press releases. They have published reports that make claims about what Palestinians are doing. And they then engage in reckless and wildly disproportionate military interventions in response to those alleged actions. And then a year later, 6 months later, 10 years later, 5 years later, we find out that what they said they discovered wasn't actually true. The story of Gaza consistently is, oh, there's terrorism here. Oh, there's weapons under this hospital. Oh, there's a bomb here. Oh, there's a terrorist cell there. And then after they publish those things, after they release that information, they then tell us, oh, you know what? Turned out that wasn't right. We're just a year past Al-Shifa Hospital. Al-Shifa Hospital was supposed to be this big terrorist cell. Oh my God, they built tunnels and rooms. Turned out, no, Israel built those tunnels and rooms in the 80s. Oh my God, there's so much stuff. When they finally went into Al-Shifa Hospital in the basement, they found like a couple of grenades, one gun, and like a pack of figs. Like it was hardly a terrorist cell. And so I don't believe that because Israel said it, it's true. Now people will say, oh my God, why are you doing this? Well, because governments lie. I don't believe the US government releases it. I don't believe it if the Venezuelan government releases it. I don't care. I don't believe it if the French government does it. It's not that Israel's being held to a different standard or a more difficult standard. Israel's being held to the same standard. I'm telling y'all, stop holding Israel to a lower standard. The Israeli government lies. Benjamin Netanyahu lies a lot. And too often, these things become pretexts for further destruction. Or there are Hamas fighters in the room or in the building, in the structure. And Israel then responds to their existence in ways that violate international law. Just if there's a hospital with sick people in it, filled with civilians, and I find out that Hamas is in there, doesn't mean I get to just, there's 5 Hamas people or there's a Hamas senior officer in the basement. Don't mean I get to blow the hospital up and kill everybody. I still got to give people warning. I still have to make every effort to protect their lives. This idea that one Hamas soldier is worth a hospital full of people, as an example, is also, one, it's morally repugnant, but it's also illegal. And if you take the legal part off of it for a minute, because people will say, well, international law is not fair to Israel, whatever, that's bullshit. But let's say that's true. Ask the pro-Israel people, if one Hamas operative were in the hospital and the rest of the hospital were filled with Israeli children, would you still blow it up? I guarantee you they won't say yes. And this is important because their premise is we had no other option. We couldn't wait. We couldn't strike another time. We couldn't avoid this intervention. It was worth too many lives. So if that's the case, then this only logically holds if we concede that Palestinian lives aren't worth as much as Israeli lives, even the innocent civilian ones. And that's ultimately what they're really saying. Now, we need to investigate this hospital thing more. We need to find out exactly what's going on. I need to see the source of the video, but also the content of the video and the context of the video. But there's just too much of a history of Israel lying for me to believe anything else. Just like when the US invades Iraq. There's too much evidence of the United States lying for me to just believe and sanction whatever the United States does in Iraq. I just can't do that. This is the reality. This is the reality. There's more. There's more. It is becoming painfully obvious and unavoidably clear that Israel will not stop until all of Gaza is burned to the ground and until every Palestinian in Gaza is gone, one way or the other. That has to play into our calculus when we talk about what Israel is doing and whether or not we should trust what Israel is doing.